Good afternoon. This is James with Kingdom Fathers, and I wanted to just give an update on our YouTube journey. We are literally 1 week in, and I wanted to do a little bit of a snapshot of where we're at and document this because I know that there are a lot of people that were like me, that maybe you're watching this right now and you're thinking about starting a channel. Maybe you think you're too old to start a channel, but I've been thinking about a YouTube channel probably since I started our business, which is about 8 years ago. And really been doing a lot of research on it for the last year or so, but only till the last couple months did I really put in the effort to get some equipment to plan out the areas that I'm going to do the recordings and really fine tune what I want out of the channel with Kingdom Fathers. And as I've mentioned before, one of my favorite lines that I use regularly as a New Testament Christian and telling others is that I want to get to heaven and I want to take as many people with me as I can. And by being an example to other fathers in our area, in our community, online, I wanted to make an impact that the things I've learned in 48 years, one, you're not too old to start a YouTube channel. Secondly, we've got a lot of things to offer, I believe, that may be unique, that some men have been afraid to venture out and maybe not had enough faith in themselves or confidence to do that. But this channel is going to help support that and ultimately be an outsource for men to get some knowledge, to learn a lot. I'm going to try to pour everything that I can into this in different formats. This truck talk like this, I'm going to do our office setting as well as some other live events as well. But 1 week in on our YouTube journey, and I think that progress is being made. It's just slowly, which I knew that. It takes a while for people to find you, to find the YouTube algorithms to work, all that kind of thing. So I'm just keeping on with my goals and with my postings. So 1 week in, been 7 days, we went live. I wanted to, as I said, give this update and encourage others. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, plan it out really well. Think about what you want to say, what you're really good at, and how that you may be able to impact the world, and just go with it. And there's all kinds of topics out there that you may think, like I did, and honestly still do a little bit, that there is so many people out there that may know more about this topic than I do, or that I can't relate to other people. But knowing that you have had some really great experiences in your life and that God has blessed you and got you to a certain point and had some experiences that maybe many other men haven't had to go through or haven't had an opportunity to go through, it's a learning experience, and I believe that we can all impact one another. So with that, we are 7 days. I've posted 4 long videos, which were between 12 to 17 minutes, working on getting those longer. We have 31 views and 1.7 hours watched. So like I said, total of 4 videos. I took one of those videos and I used our software that we are currently editing with, Descript, and I made 3 shorts out of it. And I really liked the way it did that. It took some key parts of our video and put those into shorts. They're about 45 seconds long. And my goal isn't to produce shorts, but it is to try to reach more audience so that when they see the shorts, if it's something they're interested in, they click on the channel and we get more subs that way. The long form content obviously is going to continue to grow as well, as more that I post videos, ones in our office setting, and also ones like this, truck talk. And like I said, I've got some other ideas about going live and doing some walk and talks as well. But want to hear from you. What do you think as far as the channel and what you would like to hear? Like I said, we've got a lot of topics that I want to be covering, that I want to talk about. One is being a New Testament Christian versus what the rest of the world says that Christianity is or should be, as well as I'm a father of 4. We've homeschooled our 2 youngest children. I'm about 300 days in on a carnivore way of eating and love it. Probably won't go back. I'm a small business owner that has been running this business now 8 years, that we have had multiple employees and made it through COVID first, and then obviously through the first 3 to 5 years when usually businesses don't make it. So we've been blessed there. Also have had a large background with the manufacturing corporate world and worked up my way up to a 6-figure salary with all the benefits, and walked away from that to start this business to be closer to God and my family. And that was a hard decision to make, but I wanted to do that so that I could put my faith and my family first. And I knew that if I did that, everything else would just fall into place. So I really believe that the channel that the content we're trying to put on this channel is going to really benefit a lot of men. And I'm looking for input. So if there's things that you want to know about, and maybe you're thinking about leaving the corporate world and getting away from that rat race, but you're really not sure how to start a business, that's one of the things that I'm going to start working on, is helping men transition from that role and really get their life back, really get their freedom back. At some point in life, I believe that we were, upon birth, that we came out kicking and screaming and full of life. And at some point, if you think back, something happened in your childhood or when you was growing up that it just knocked the shout right out of you, and you got docile and you go with the flow. And as men and leaders of our home, God never intended us to be that way. We are supposed to be the defenders of the home. We're supposed to put our family first, and we're supposed to guard that. That's a sacred thing that we have been given a task of. And I want to help encourage and empower men to do that, because as I've said, I believe that every day that we wake up, that we're blessed to see another sunrise, we have an opportunity that we get to open gifts, birthday presents, if you will, from God that was been put there from birth that we haven't even got to open yet. And when we do that and we look at the talents that He has given us, I want to use my talents to continue being a positive influence for my family, for my children, and also for other men who hear this and who may need coaching along the way or helping and mentorship. That's something that I've done for well over 14 or 15 years through the corporate world, through home, through all the things in life. I've been a health coach before, and business coaching has been one of the things that I've always wanted to do. And I want to continue to help encourage men from a biblical standpoint, how to improve their life and get whatever their A is to get to their new B. And that cycle continually works that way. Once you get to B, you reset your goals and you do that again. So we're 1 week in, and I really am excited about the growth of the channel and the things to come. Hope this video finds you well and that you are doing good today. Subscribe to our channel, like the video as well, and if you would, drop a comment below and let us know what of these things and topics that appeal to you. As I mentioned, a lot of my experience for the last 13 years since becoming a Christian and obeying the gospel has really changed my life in a positive trajectory, and everything about my life has been slowed down to a point where I got to watch my children grow. I got to start this business. I got to see it grow and expand, and it's just been incredible. And I really am encouraged to see other men that are wanting to step out of their normal day-to-day and do something different. And that empowers them. It brings them new life. And ultimately, through study of God's word and being able to learn more about eternity, we realize that all the things that we have upon this earth that God has blessed us with, they're temporary. And being temporary, that all of our material possessions are going to come and go. They're going to rot away. They're going to rust like this old truck. And that is not what we're after. We want to leave a legacy as fathers and as men. We want our children to be proud and to look at the heritage that they're getting. And for me, as I've mentioned in other videos, I wanted to change my family tree. I wanted to change it to a point where all the abuse and the worldly things that were in my past with both sides of my family, that is no longer an issue for my children, and that they can instill those good morals and experiences and love into their children. And hopefully this will continue, that we can continue to change and shape our family tree. I hope that you are interested in this content. And as I mentioned, if you could leave us a comment below and let us know what you would like to hear more of. Is it more about things on spiritual, about the Bible, about God's word, about becoming a New Testament Christian? Maybe you've never heard that before. Maybe I know a lot of people that I talk to, that doesn't sound familiar, and obeying the gospel isn't a term typically that people in the religious world hear either, but those are biblical principles and they are fundamental to this growth. It could be, maybe you thought about homeschooling your children. Maybe you thought about leaving the corporate world. Maybe you want to get healthy and put your health first so that you can be there for your family for years to come. That's what I wanted to do. I've got so many other topics that we could talk about as well and be an influence. So if you would, drop a comment below. And we're 1 week in, so looking forward to week 2. We're looking forward to month 1, month 5, and how much this channel is going to grow. So I hope you have a great day, and God bless.